Hey everyone, happy Thursday. If we haven't yet met, I'm Leah Simon. I'm the founder of The Box Co. and the creator of the Comeback Box. And I built the box to make self-growth simple, strategic, and stylish so that it was accessible and affordable and approachable to everyone. And throughout my journey, I've met some amazing people. And so now I'm bringing a guest on every week so they can unbox their expertise for you. And today I have the pleasure of chatting with the Laughing Lovebugs. Lauren and Alik are a husband and wife team that are certified laughing yoga instructors. And they've taught me so much about the health benefits of laughter. And they have exercises and techniques that they're going to share with all of us today so that we can all laugh more and get all of these health benefits. So I see you're here. Hi, come on up. Waiting. Hi.
Hello.
Hi, hello.
How are you?
We're
Well,
well.
how are you?
I'm good. I'm so excited. We've been on so many calls together, but it's so great to have a face-to-face.
I know. Finally.
Likewise.
Yes. So really quick, I saw your box came today, which is super exciting. Oh, you got it! Yay!
Yes.
I can't wait for you guys to try it and see what you think.
Yeah, we're
We're
excited
excited.
too. It's so lovely. We actually were waiting until we got on live with you to actually open it.
Oh, do you
But
want
we
to do it
read
now?
about it and it looks amazing. Would you like to share more about the box that we have? And is it
I see there's etching on the side and it's hand signed.
Yeah. The details of it,
Oh,
the outside of it is amazing. The quality is amazing.
Aw.
And we're excited to open it. So we wanted to wait till this moment to actually open the box
Okay.
in front of you.
Okay. Amazing.
I
Wow.
like the way it slides too. This is so cool.
Wow.
This is nice. So is this your special touch, the flowers?
I like this.
And we have the Palo Santo.
Yeah, for everybody here, I have a box. The box, just so you can see what they're doing, because I want them to be able to enjoy. This is the box, and these cards come inside. I'm doing my own box right now, but when you slide the lid open, the box is a 28-day cleanse for your head and heart. So what I've done is made a playlist of my favorite self-growth hits and distilled them into a deck of cards where for 28 days you do one card a day, and then the objects inside your box round out the experience for that day, and then you're meant to place them around your home so you remember what you learned and so that it triggers future positive action.
Nice.
Make sense?
I love
Yes.
So it's super quick. It only takes 5 or 10 minutes a day. And I'm sure as business owners, you get this, but I created the box to help people take care of themselves. And then I launched the company and completely stopped taking care of myself. So I'm actually doing the box myself. I'm on day 4 today. So.
Okay, cool. So we're excited.
it. We can't wait to get started.
Yeah, this looks so amazing. It's so interesting. And everything is so well made. You can
You
feel
can see the detail.
yeah, and the quality of it is amazing. And yeah, it makes you want to experience it just by the way that it's the presentation of it.
Yeah.
I'm looking through the cards now, but well, we know we have to focus on the interview. But yeah, thank you so much.
We appreciate this.
Yeah, of course. You're welcome. You guys have taught me so much, and I've loved being in all your rooms. I met.
Oh, this is. I'm sorry to interrupt seated paper. Wow.
So
Okay.
you wanna hold on to everything, like every little tie, every little object, because you're gonna discover what they're for along the way. So just hold on to everything, and yeah, I mean, a lot of people ask me why the box, like, why isn't it a book or a daily email or an app? And I really feel like often, like, I myself have so many books or emails and I forget about them. I mean to get to them. So I really created it to be interactive so that it was something you want to do and you get to do.
And it's like a physical reminder of self-care and to like really experience life.
It calls for you to engage it.
Yeah.
Totally, totally. And then, you know, there's space for you to journal on the cards, and lots of the cards have a different purpose and you interact with them. So the great thing too is it becomes a memory box, like a little time capsule of where you were. And then lots of people do the box again and again and again. So it's always there.
Exciting. Thank you so much. We're excited.
You're welcome. And I'm super excited to learn even more about laughing yoga. And if anyone has a question, there's a little question icon at the bottom. If you hit that, it'll send us a question, because I want to make sure, like, I have questions, but I want to get to your questions too. And I guess just a great place to start for everyone would be super simple. Like, can you tell us what laughing yoga is?
Sure. And I feel like we always forget to introduce ourselves. I'm Lauren.
And I'm Alik.
And we're the Laughing Lovebugs. And so, yeah, we're certified laughter yoga facilitators. And laughter yoga is a unique exercise routine that benefits your mental, emotional, and physical health at the same time. It is perhaps the only exercise routine that does that. And the reason why we're so passionate about laughter yoga is not only because it's our business, but it's actually has improved the quality of our lives. And it really is life-changing to not only practice laughter yoga, but to remember that it's important to laugh in your daily life, and that you can always tap into laughter. And anytime when you're experiencing like challenges, stress, doubt, fear, and that will help you ease into the next moment, because it's like a great reminder to empower yourself in the present moment with laughter. And with these laughter exercises that we share, the most interesting thing about it is that we're not relying on humor, jokes, or comedy. So when we're facilitating these laughter exercises, it typically feels a bit uncomfortable for people for the first time they're experiencing it, because we typically rely on a reason to laugh and we logic our way through laughter. We wait for something to be funny or to be happy or to be satisfied in life to laugh. However, with laughter yoga, you're training yourself to allow yourselves the opportunity to feel good without waiting on that moment to feel good. Because with the laughter exercises we share, we typically encourage laughter because you can actually fake laugh and your body and brain does not know the difference between real laughter and fake laughter, and you'll still activate the happy chemicals.
Okay.
Yeah. So those happy chemicals are like dopamine,
oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins. All the same hormones that you feel when you fall in love.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was, you know, when I was looking for some pictures of you to post on my stories to announce this, I couldn't find like one photo of the two of you where you weren't laughing.
Yes.
Not that I wanted like a sad photo, but you two just, whenever I see you talk, whenever I hear you in a room, like it's infectious. I can just feel it. So.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
we really got into this work because it's so fulfilling, and we enjoy empowering people, uplifting people, helping people to feel good with laughter, because it's something that is so simple to do. However, we don't do it enough, and it's so good for your health, but we don't do it enough. And it's something that we do have to practice. We have to practice feeling good. We have to practice laughing. Because we don't practice stress, we don't practice fear. It happens to us and for us to learn ways to no longer internalize it, but to observe it and, you know, be able to
externalize it.
Yeah, externalize it so it doesn't ruin your health. So we are always so happy to encourage it, and we actually live this way with laughing often during our daily lives, our personal lives, and it helps us so much. So we're on a mission to spread it with as many people as possible, and we're always so, what should I say, thankful that we have the opportunity to share it. So thank you for allowing us to share about Laughter Yoga on your platform as well.
Thank you.
Of course. Yeah, I want everybody to know about it. And can you, I know you have, I don't know if you want to call it a contest, but there's some way people can enter laughter and they perhaps get a session with you.
Yes, so we have this really cool special offer that we have going on until the end of the month. April, is it 31st or 30th? I think it's 30 days. April 30th.
Okay.
Let me make sure. Is it 30 days? Yeah. So until April 30th. And so we're requesting that anyone send a TikTok video, a duet video of a laughter exercise. So we have a lot of laughter exercises on our TikTok page and also our Instagram, but we're specifically requesting for TikTok because you can actually split the video and do a duet video. So it'll be a side-by-side video of you doing a laughter exercise with us. And if you submit that video to us, we're choosing up to 10 people for a free laughter yoga session. And you can also bring a laughter buddy, an additional laughter buddy. Okay. So anyone that is interested in participating in a laughter yoga session for free, we would love to see your laughter videos and your version of the laughter exercises that we share.
Okay, well, I'm definitely going to enter because I would love to win this, but I am new to TikTok. I just made my 3rd TikTok yesterday. So when you say duet video, can you tell me what that is, like how I do that?
So actually, we've never done a duet ourselves, but we have received submissions of them. And I think apparently there's a button on the TikTok app where you can actually press duet, and it'll
set it up with a split screen where you're doing the same, where we're simultaneously on the screen together. Yeah. So you can record your video along with ours.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm going to figure out how to do that.
Yeah.
And so, okay, when you say laughter yoga, so I'm really into yoga, right? Is laughter yoga like I'm laughing while I do yoga?
So, yeah, that's the funny thing about laughter yoga. It's unlike your traditional yoga session.
Okay.
And you don't need to be flexible.
You don't need a mat.
Yeah, you don't need to do any poses. All you need to be is a willing participant. So there's the laughter exercises and the deep yogic breathing, pranayama exercises. So the yoga part of it is just the breathing, the yogic breathing. And then the laughter, of course, is the laughter exercises. So this is why they call it laughter yoga. And it's been around since 1995. A medical doctor in India is the one that founded it. His name is Dr. Kataria. He founded laughter yoga. He started off with 5 friends in a park, and then it evolved over the years, and now there's thousands of laughter clubs all over the world. And it's so surprising that many people still have never heard of laughter yoga. And that's why we're on this mission to spread awareness about laughter yoga, because it really does help to improve the quality of your life, whether in your personal or business life.
And it's changed our lives.
Yeah. So
how long have you been doing it?
It's been about like 4 years now.
4 years.
Yeah.
What do you feel like? So you do it every day? Is that right? Okay.
Yeah. We hold sessions every single day, and we also throughout the day, or even in our personal lives, like if we're experiencing like a challenging moment, or even if we feel tension in our relationship, it only takes one of us to laugh. Like if an argument is coming on, it only takes one of us to laugh.
We have this argument exercise called argument laughter.
Yeah, it looks like. And of course, it's fake laughter during those times. However, because the body and brain does not know the difference between real laughter and fake laughter, it only takes one of us to laugh for fake, first of all, during those tense moments. But then afterwards, what we found over and over again is that the tension lowers, and then we're able to communicate better afterwards. Like, okay, well, I really didn't like the way you said that or did that. And we're able to communicate. So we're not just laughing the argument away. We actually are able to better communicate. And it helps us to communicate and connect, not with the emotions, but with each other.
Okay, so are you like in the middle of an argument and you're like, okay, time out, let's laugh for a minute?
Sometimes it happens like that. Sometimes it's just like, we feel the tension, and I may be growling at him like, and he might just start laughing. And so it's always different. It's like
it's random. One of us.
Yeah, it only takes one of us. It is many times I don't feel like laughing during like an argument, or if I feel upset about something.
But that's the best time to do it.
And that's what Alik showed me, that the best time to laugh is when you feel like you can't or you don't want to. Because I used to internalize those negative emotions, which did not serve me. And it did not serve our relationship. And actually, since we've been on this laughter yoga journey together and actually practicing laughing more in our personal lives, it has improved the quality of our relationship as well.
And when you do argument laughter, you don't have to take back any of those negative words that you say during the argument, because you're only laughing.
Yeah.
Okay. Amazing. So should we do a laughing exercise? Is there one you want to show one to everyone?
Sure. Which one should we do?
And I'm gonna. Oh, I don't think. Okay. It's good. We're good.
Greeting?
Yeah, we could do greeting. So with greeting laughter exercise, we're going to introduce ourselves by first name.
Then we laugh.
And then we're going to say our favorite color. And then we're going to laugh together. So in laughter yoga and with these laughter exercises, we're laughing with each other, not at each other. And it's really easy to do. And remember, you can fake laugh. There's no wrong way to do it. It's an interactive exercise routine. So we're going to participate as well. And just follow along with us. So I'll start.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Lauren. And my favorite color is purple.
Hi, I'm Alik. And my favorite color is yellow.
Hi, I'm. Sorry.
Next.
Oh, my turn. Hi, I'm Leah. And my favorite color is blue.
Very good. Yay!
This is so amazing. I mean, it's hard. It's hard to watch you laugh and not start laughing.
Yeah, it's contagious.
Laughter becomes contagious usually within 2 minutes of the laughter yoga session.
Yeah.
And group laughter, yeah.
2 minutes, I felt like it was like immediate. Like as soon as you start doing it, it makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is a great way to socially connect during a time when we're social distancing with each other. It's a great way to bond because laughter is a universal language and it also connects us all. Once we hear laughing, we understand that something good is happening and laughter feels good, it's good for us. So it just like goes so well together. And when we're holding these sessions, it's always an amazing experience for us as well because we're actually participating in it because it's an interactive exercise routine. So we're not just saying, hey, laugh, and then we expect people to laugh, but we're actually doing it and guiding it and leading these laughter exercises. And we're very intentional about, you know, making sure that people feel comfortable with giving them like the information, the guidelines, and the steps to a laughter yoga session before we actually get into it.
And it's more comfortable if they see us performing the exercises along with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because I'm sure some people at the beginning, it's new and probably feels a little silly. So if you're doing it with them, yeah.
Yeah, and it also feels silly just because we typically, as I said earlier, we're always in the left side of our brain, and that's logical, analytical, and judgmental. So we're always like very logical about our laughter, which is so interesting because as adults, we're so logical even about laughing. We're like, well, we need to wait for a reason to laugh first, or I need to be happy first, or I need to be satisfied, or I need something to laugh at. So the only reason why it feels like that is because we typically wait for the moment to laugh. However, in a laughter yoga session, we empower people with laughter because you actually don't have to wait. You can choose to laugh and also reap those happy chemicals and feel good with laughter just by choosing to laugh. And it empowers you to be present in the moment and also be free with it. Just like we were children, when we all were children, we were more free with laughing. We weren't waiting for something to be funny.
And children tend to laugh on average on a daily basis about 300 to 400 times a day, whereas adults 10 to 15 times a day on average.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I feel like this past year, people weren't laughing that much.
No.
Exactly.
No.
No.
And there's an inner child within us. We always say that we believe there's an inner child within us that desires freedom via laughter. So when we experience a laughter yoga session, even as facilitators, we free the inner child within us, that inner child joy that wants to wake up and just be free. And laughter really helps that. And it's so healing.
And you get to ground yourself in the present moment. You're not thinking about any of the external things that are going on outside of your life.
Yeah.
So you get a moment of freedom where you're just in a moment of bliss.
Yeah, it is.
So is laughter yoga, is it about incorporating the practice of laughter yoga, or is it you do laughter yoga so that you start laughing more just in your regular life?
It's both, actually.
Okay.
So in the effects of a laughter yoga session last for a few days, but eventually it tapers off. So in order for you to reap the health benefits of laughter, you need to continue to take laughter yoga sessions because we find that people, after they take a laughter yoga session, and scientific studies also show that when people take a laughter yoga session, you receive that dose of all those happy chemicals and the effects last for a few days. However, if you continue to try to laugh on your own without facilitators or
and that sustained 15 minutes of laughter, which is very important.
Yeah. So
okay, so a session is 15 minutes?
No, you reap the full benefits of laughter after 15 to 20 minutes of sustained laughter.
Yes.
And
that's a long time to laugh, right?
Yeah.
And
like I don't remember the last time I laughed for 15 minutes.
Yeah, like actually, a lot of people don't laugh. Scientific studies show that, that's the huge difference between a laughter yoga session and laughing at a funny movie or listening to a joke is that you need to have the 3 Ds in order to reap the health benefits of laughter, which are
the depth of laughter, the duration of laughter, and the dependability of laughter.
So you need to have that deep belly laughter in order for the health benefits to kick in, which is the oxygen flowing into our bloodstream and lowering our blood pressure, increasing our lung capacity. You need to have that deep belly mirthful laughter. You have to laugh from your diaphragm.
That laugh forces more stale CO2 out of your lungs than normally, because we normally breathe it at a shallow breath, where we leave about 2/3 of the air still in our lungs. Whereas when you do the deep belly laugh, you're removing all that extra stale oxygen out of your lungs. And the more oxygen you have in your lungs, the better you feel. The better you feel, the better your immune system works.
Yeah, so if you're laughing on your own or at a funny movie, you're laughing very shallow up here. That was funny and that's it. You're not letting those health benefits kick in from the laughter, from just laughing regularly. Right. Then the second one is the duration of laughter. As Alik mentioned, in order for the health benefits to kick in, you need to laugh for a sustained period of time, at least 15 minutes straight. You can only get that in a laughter yoga session. Now we have our daily laughter yoga session doses, which is 15 minutes of a laughter yoga session. However, a full laughter yoga session is 30 to 45 minutes long. But in order for the health benefits of laughter to kick in, you need to laugh for that sustained period of time. And you can only get that in a laughter yoga session. Watching a funny movie, listening to a joke, you're laughing for a few seconds, maybe a minute if you're lucky. But for that straight, long period of laughter, you need to be in a laughter yoga session to reap those health benefits.
Yeah.
And the last difference between laughing in a laughter yoga session and laughing by yourself or at a funny movie is the dependability of laughter. Watching a funny movie or just laughing in your daily life, you typically are going to wait for something to be funny, or the joke or the funny movie you're watching has to be funny to you in order for you to laugh. But in a laughter yoga session, you're guaranteed laughter because you chose to laugh. It's intentional.
Right.
So you're guaranteed laughter in a laughter yoga session. So those are the differences between a laughter yoga session and getting the health benefits of laughter and just laughing all the time. Right. And this is why when people are trying to laugh on their own after they participate in a laughter yoga session, they feel like, I don't know, why don't I feel as good as I did with YouTube?
The dose starts to wear down.
Yeah.
The same way when I first experienced laughter yoga.
You sound like drug dealers. The dose starts to wear down.
Yeah.
It does. I found that my first time too. When I first took my first laughter yoga session, I felt great. And I thought I could probably watch a couple of laughter yoga videos and do it on my own, but it didn't last. And after a week, I was chasing after Lauren, when is the next session? When's the next session?
Yeah.
And I only experienced it when I did it in a setting where there was actual structure.
Yeah.
Right. So, you're in New York, right?
New Jersey.
New Jersey. So do you do virtual sessions, or if people want to do sessions with you, do they need to be in New Jersey?
Yes. So we hold online sessions now. So we are able to facilitate laughter yoga for people all over the world. Prior to COVID, we were so limited and we were only doing it in person. We were only trained to do it in person. However, due to COVID, it turned into a beautiful thing, beautiful opportunity, because we're able to facilitate laughter yoga sessions virtually now with people from all over the world. And it's been so amazing so far.
We've been laughing around the world.
Yeah, to be able to do that.
So is it like a Zoom? So if I was to join, do you see me or do I just see you?
It's a Zoom, so we see each other. Okay. Yeah.
And is it just me and you, or it's like I'm coming into a class?
So we have laughter yoga sessions for all types of groups and sizes. We hold this for corporate workplaces, groups, individuals, couples. So however you would like to book us is the way we facilitate a laughter yoga session. We've held laughter yoga sessions for children, celebrations.
Couples.
Yeah, people needed comfort with loss, and we held it for like a small family at one point.
After a funeral.
After a funeral, we've held all types of sessions for any occasion or wherever we're requested is what we facilitate. So there's no like requirement, and we can hold a laughter yoga session for up to 100 participants at a time. So it just varies depending on how we're booked. And how we facilitate that after yoga session.
We've even held sessions for families during holidays. You know, sometimes people get together for Thanksgiving and they don't tend to get along. Sometimes you need an icebreaker, and we've been requested for that.
Yeah.
Where we break the ice.
Yeah.
And the tension in the family.
Yeah, when you said celebrations, I was like, this could be fun at a birthday party. Just
yeah.
We've done that.
We actually have done that. I think I saw her earlier too. Tuning in. I'm not sure if she's still here. We had someone that booked us for a birthday party
recently,
and it was very recent. It was really fun. And she had her family and friends tune in from all over and from different states, and it was really fun for her, but it's always so fun for us as well to be able to have that opportunity and honor to facilitate such a memorable experience and be a part of that celebration with someone.
We've even done it with family members that haven't seen each other since COVID. With people across, we have people from the States and people abroad that haven't seen each other, and they've gotten to link up together and do a session, and it's been magical.
Yeah, and even one time we had a client that had family member in the hospital, and they were able to do it because in laughter yoga we're not doing any poses. You don't need a yoga mat. It's just you can be seated. We request if you would like to get the most benefit if you're able to stand because you feel more, like energized if you're standing. However, if you're not able to stand, because we've held this for people with disabilities that were not able to stand during a session, and we actually facilitate a session according to the population that we're serving. So it's always unique to whoever our clients are.
And an example of that is we had one customer that we were doing in the evenings, and she didn't want to miss a session, but she was going out to a club. So we had a session while she was in an Uber with her friends.
Yeah, that was a really interesting session.
So the car, they were in the UK, and it was 4 people in the car plus the Uber driver, and we did a session like that.
Yeah, while she was in her Uber.
Oh my gosh.
Friends on her way to the club.
Hi, Ebony. Ebony asks, what is the biggest group you've ever facilitated?
So far, it's been 160.
160, yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, so and then that was actually with schools, with a school staff. So we've held, and it's so amazing because prior to COVID, we thought that there was no way to do this online. But COVID blessed us with such an amazing opportunity to be able to facilitate laughter yoga for very large groups at one time. And everyone benefits because it's an interactive experience. It connects us all. And especially during this time, it's a safe way to socially connect while we're social distancing.
Totally. And I feel like this past year, everyone's just become a lot more open to virtual experiences. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not so much that we couldn't have done it before, but people just weren't in the kind of mentality to do these things. Mm-hmm. But I mean, when you talk about doing it at a birthday party, the way I think about it is a few years ago, we all, like some friends and we all rented a house for my birthday, a couple hours away. And the thing is with birthday parties, like, I know everyone really well, but they don't necessarily, they're not all close friends. And so I had a like hypnotherapist come over and take us like on a visual guided journey together. And I intentionally booked it right at the beginning of the weekend so that it could be kind of this shared community experience. And as soon as we did something together, it was like now they all had something in common and they all, you know, so I feel like bringing you in at a party where people don't know each other becomes like a really beautiful experience that
it's a great icebreaker.
That's exactly how it works. We actually made friends with the people that we participated initially with. Before we became Laughter Yogis, we would go to these sessions and we never really spoke. We laughed together and we became really close friends without even really talking.
Just all by laughing together. It really does connect us all, and it's great to connect either personally or in the business world. Team building, it's a great team building activity as well. We've held laughter yoga sessions for people in corporate, and the feedback that we receive is amazing. How people are like, you know, I didn't know my supervisor actually laughed. Like, he's human, and you know, it's just so amazing how laughter is so powerful, and how everyone can use it, and we just are not, you know, using it enough because we're always waiting to use laughter. And it's available to us, and because you can fake laugh and still get those happy chemicals, why not laugh more?
I fake laughed in my first session.
You what?
I fake laughed through the first one. I sarcastically laughed. And it worked.
Because it's such a vulnerable experience, right? Like, you know, you're laughing, you're not waiting for a reason to laugh, and you're laughing with other people.
And strangers.
So it's very vulnerable to participate in a laughter yoga session. But at the same time, vulnerability is a strength. And you also feel so empowered once you actually do it. And you allow yourself to do it.
When you're talking about doing it at a workplace, I would think that's amazing because I feel like there's a lot of barriers and boundaries. Workplaces can be very much about a hierarchy. And so I feel like this would be great for teams to do together.
It's great for breaking cliques.
Sorry?
It's great for breaking up cliques on the job. You may have one person that's isolated and you might have a clique of people and they might be singled out. And this humanizes people on the job. When you do a session around other folks, you become part of the gang, essentially.
That's amazing. And I've heard you talk before, but for the benefit of everybody here, I didn't realize how many health benefits there were. And so I would love for you to share those like hard-hitting scientific benefits of laughter, because I didn't know about them until I met you.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Yeah, we would love to share. It decreases blood pressure, improves your blood sugar control.
Reduces pain, improves the quality of your sleep.
As I said, when you're laughing, you're bringing more oxygen into your bloodstream. So it helps to increase your blood capacity, increase your blood circulation. So it improves your blood circulation.
Improves your blood pressure. Strengthens your heart and your lungs.
Improves your cardiovascular health.
And I've heard you talk about blood sugar too, right?
Yes.
It improves your blood sugar control.
How is it improving my blood sugar? That's amazing.
Yes, it does so much. It's so amazing what this does. And what's so interesting about all the health benefits, we can go on and on because it's mental, emotional, and physical health benefits. But what's so amazing about what we learned is that over the years, we actually experienced these health benefits ourselves of what we learned. And some of them it was like so unbelievable, like really just laughter yoga can help with all of this.
Reduction in pain. I suffer from sciatica.
Okay.
And one day I had a sciatica flare up where I couldn't even get up. We had a session scheduled and I couldn't do it. And Lauren took the lead, and she started to do the session. I didn't want to leave her alone and have her do it by herself, but I was in so much pain that I didn't think I could do it.
Right.
And I thought to myself at that moment, I want to groan and basically yell out in pain. And I thought to myself, laughter is a sound. If I was to groan, it's another sound.
Sure.
So instead of groaning, I laughed. I released my pain with laughter.
Wow.
And it was more freeing, and I felt more comfortable laughing the pain out than actually groaning. And I released and I laughed for about 15 minutes. And I was on the floor, and I mean, laughed harder than I ever laughed in my life. And by the time I finished, the pain hadn't quite gone completely, but it subsided to the point where I was able to get up and go about and, book my appointment for the chiropractor.
Yeah.
And I felt a lot better.
Yeah. And it was amazing to witness that. And I think that was when he made the most powerful statement that he never repeats, but I always want him to say it, is when he said, you know what I just found out? The best time to laugh is when you feel like you can't or you don't want to. I was like, that's brilliant. It's so true. It is the best time to laugh. Why do we wait? Why do we wait if we understand that? Like, we speak to many people all the time, and they're like, yeah, laughter feels good. Like, how do you feel when you laugh? They're like, I feel good when I laugh. I'm like, okay, so why aren't you laughing more? Well, nothing's funny. Why should I laugh? Like, well, if laughter feels good and is good for you, why not laugh more? Why not choose to laugh more? And especially because you can fake laugh and still reap those benefits. When Alik just described that experience he had, he wasn't really laughing.
I didn't want to laugh.
He was in pain. So
Right.
It was fake laughter instead of screaming in pain.
Right.
And he reaped the benefits of releasing those endorphins, which eases pain.
And it distracted my brain and my body from the pain at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, I think what's so interesting about your philosophy is, to me, the way I hear it, I've always thought about a laugh as a reaction, not as a action or a proactive thing that I am the cause of, that I am initiating.
Mm-hmm.
And everything you're saying makes complete sense. Wouldn't argue with any of it. And I never thought about laughter like that before. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I think what you're doing is so important because it's a super simple, obvious thing. But I do think you're reframing it for a lot of people.
Yes, and we saw that was one of the keywords in your in the box, which is so amazing that you mentioned about reframing, because that's exactly what we're all about. So many people may confuse us and say that, oh, hey, you Laughing Lovebugs are preaching toxic positivity. Life is not all positive. So this is not toxic positivity. What we're preaching or what we're trying to encourage is that you can choose to feel good in any moment. This doesn't mean that if you're laughing that your stress is going to go away or the challenge is going to go away. But what you're doing is you're reframing and interrupting your reaction to stress.
Yes.
You're reframing and interrupting your reaction to doubt. You're reframing and interrupting your reaction to challenges. This is what we're saying, that you can reframe. You can choose to reframe and interrupt your reaction so it does not harm your health. You laugh for the health of it. You laugh because it's good for you. You laugh because it feels good. And also because, most importantly, every moment is temporary. Every challenge is temporary. Every moment of stress is temporary. So I used to be one that used to internalize my stress. And over time, that stress led to health issues because I had poor stress management. I didn't know what to do. I let the stress overcome me, and it's not good because the body remembers. The body never forgets that stress. So even if I'm experiencing a stressful moment right now, and then I go to sleep, I wake up the next day and I'm no longer experiencing that same stressful moment, the body still remembers that stressful moment. And then say I'm stuck in traffic and then I'm stressed again. that's another pile of stress on my body. And then over time, you just go through life and we're so comfortable in stress. And what's so interesting is that we're not comfortable with laughter. Why? Why aren't we comfortable with feeling good more often? Many people say,
when you were talking about deep belly laugh, right? I was thinking, I feel like a lot of times people are trying not to laugh that loud. Like they're trying to hold it in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
We find that people suppress their laughter.
Yeah. So much so that during our laughter yoga sessions, many participants have reported that they actually cried afterwards. And they're like, is that normal? And I'm like, you know, it's very normal.
Laughter serves as an emotional release. So usually you can laugh, you can release your emotions in one or two ways. You can either laugh or you can release it in crying.
So laughter serves as an emotional release, and we walk around with so many emotions inside of us that we don't even realize we're carrying them because we're just comfortable. We're comfortable being in stress. We actually have to practice feeling good. And this is why we're so passionate about it. We want people, or to encourage people to practice feeling good. It's something that we have to practice.
Yeah, you know, when you were talking too, it made me think of that saying, when someone's like, it's not funny yet, like when something bad happens and then somebody makes a joke and they're like, it's not funny yet. Right. It's too soon. Yeah. And I was thinking about, like, earlier today, I got kind of a triggering email, right? And it was a little stressful. Mm-hmm. And those would be great moments. Like, I want to just try, if I get something like that, just starting to laugh.
Yeah, just laugh.
Yes.
And what laughter is teaching you to own your emotions, so your emotions don't own you. And a lot of times our emotions are owning us. We're like, oh, I'm triggered, so I'm going to feel triggered. And it's like, you can release that. You can own your emotions. Like, you know what? I am acknowledging I feel this way. I process that I feel this way, but I can release it. Because every moment is passing, so every feeling should be, you know, passing, especially if it doesn't serve you, it doesn't serve your health.
And I think that what it would also kind of force me to do is, like, everything, okay, most things that are stressful, in time, you'll look back and you'll see the humor in it.
You say that all the time.
And so I feel like it would force me, in the moment it's happening, to lighten up, not take it so seriously, and just like jump to the part where it's funny quicker.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In the grand scheme of things, that moment in time is really small. In the span of our lives, those small stresses. So why stay?
But in that moment, it feels
huge.
You know, like when I got that email today, like my heart, I immediately, I can feel it in my body.
Yeah. I understand. That's how I used to be. And what happens now that I've learned to practice laughter, we still practice it. Even though we're laughter professionals now, we still have to practice it. And we feel a difference when we're not practicing it. Like when we're not holding regular laughter yoga sessions, and when we were getting our website built, and we weren't practicing as often. Even in our personal lives, we weren't practicing as often as we should. We felt a huge difference.
We were retooling, putting our stuff together so we could do it online. And in that time, we couldn't really laugh but amongst ourselves. Mm-hmm. And what we noticed was that our sleep changed, our sleep patterns changed, our level of...
It improves your sleep.
Yeah, our level of joy just diminished. And it was nothing changed, but we were laughing so much more that even when something upset us, we wanted to get back to that good point so quickly that it just didn't last that long.
Yeah, so it's like we're not comfortable with not feeling good anymore. Like it's like and we want to encourage that. Like we're not serving ourselves to stay in a place of sadness or loneliness. And although it's important to acknowledge and process when you're feeling those, let yourself feel what you need to feel, but at the same time, not to allow those emotions to overcome you, where you're stuck in that cycle, or you're stuck in that vibration of, you know, of low feelings or low emotions.
You don't want to be in a longer refractory period of reliving that stressful moment or that negative moment.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like, you know, whenever you get into any healthy practice or ritual, your body does become more sensitive to when you get out of it. So like I was saying to you, when I was creating this box, I was doing all of these healthy rituals because I really had to get myself in the right headspace to write and create. But then, like you were talking about your website, when I shifted into launching the company, all of a sudden, I wasn't doing any of them, right? Because I was so stressed and I've never, you know, launched a product or a company before. And all of a sudden, one day I woke up and I'm like, what am I doing? You know? But I had become a lot more sensitive, and I quickly can notice the impact of not keeping up with my habits and rituals, you know?
Yes.
It makes sense. Yeah.
And I do feel like a lot of people like yourselves who are giving so much, it's easy to forget to give to yourself, you know?
Yeah. And I'm so grateful that I have him to remind me of that. And we have each other to remind each other of that. Like every time, like we're like, you know, it's been times where we had like a heated discussion with someone, and then we had to like practice laughter yoga. We had to hold the session, and it's like, how are we going to do this? I'm like panicking, like, I'm so upset right now. I don't know how we're going to do this. And he's like, you know, this is what it's for. We actually have to practice what this is for, and it should work. Let's see. So we actually put the benefits that we are saying that laughter yoga has, or that scientific studies show that laughter yoga has, to the test in our lives. And we know that this works. Like, it's not just stuff that we studied. Like, it definitely works.
We had a situation where we were paying a social media manager, and we had a disagreement, and they were really disrespectful over the phone, and Lauren started crying. 5 minutes before we had a laughter yoga session, and she was broken up. And that's the incident that she's referring to. And I mean, how long did you think it take you to get back to?
I feel like it took me about like between 5 to 10 minutes to get back. You mean like to
no,
get
when you first started this and you started, you snapped right into it.
Yeah.
Once you started laughing.
Like once I started laughing, like the first 5 minutes of the session, we're actually telling about what laughter yoga is and the guidelines and things like that. So I was still feeling a bit, you know, uneasy about what just happened. I'm still in my head.
But you're going over the guidelines, so you're telling yourself all the healing. So you're reminding yourself while you're starting what the benefits are. And like me, I was a little upset because I saw her upset. We both were upset. But I remember what we had to do. We had to put our game face on. And as we were going through all the motions, the stress started to subside. And by the time we started laughing, it was like, why are we upset?
Yeah, it was fine. It was just like, okay, that was a moment. It happened. And it's fine. I'm okay. And that's what you're letting your body know. Every time you're experiencing stress or triggers or fear or doubt, and you feel your heart racing, and if you just take a laughter break, you're letting your cells know and your body know, you know, I can't control what's happening out here, but I can choose the way I'm responding to it. And, you know, it's okay. It's okay in here.
You're safe.
I feel like it's a reminder of like, I'm okay. I'm okay. This is happening and I'm okay. So I can't wait to take my first laughter yoga session. I'm sure a lot of other people feel the same way. What is the best way to sign up for a session with you? How should people find you?
Thank you. It's on, you can log on to our website at www.laughinglovebugs.com. And we have all of our, like the type of sessions we offer and more information about laughter yoga on our website. And you can always feel free to DM us any questions you have about laughter yoga. And if you want us for a special event or just a one-on-one or couples, we're always so excited to facilitate that.
Okay, amazing. Well, I want to be respectful of your time. Was there anything else you wanted to share today? Anything?
Only that we're excited about our comeback box.
Yes.
And so is this something that we can do together, or is it like for individuals? We just want to know anything that you want to share with us about
the box. Okay.
Yes.
So if you've just joined and you haven't met me, I'm Leah Simon. I made the comeback box, which is what Lauren and Alik are holding up, and they're about to start. It just got there today. It's a 28-day cleanse for your head and heart. You can go on my Instagram, see anything about it. For you two, here's what I'd want you. Oh, beautiful. You're such beautiful models. I feel like you could work at like a car show. Here's what I'd want you to know. You can, it's designed so it can be individual, or it can be something you do together.
Okay.
It's designed to be done daily for 28 days. And like I said, it only takes 5 to 10 minutes a day. The reason for that is so that you start to create a habit of spending 5 minutes checking in with yourself every day. That said, do what works for you. Some people do it on Sundays as like a self-care ritual. Some people take it if they go like on a weekend away or on vacation. So it's really 5 minutes that you're taking time for yourself. And the last thing I'd want it to be is something that feels, oh my gosh, I got to do this. It's something that you get to do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can, like a lot of couples like to do it together because kind of like laughing yoga, it is a conversation starter. So even if you're doing it together, you don't necessarily have to do it at the same time. So you might like to read your card in the morning. Alik might like to do it in the evening. Like you don't have to sit and, okay, we're going to do this now. You can. But what I've heard from a lot of couples is it was just like a nice thing that they discussed at dinner. It opens up some new conversations.
Makes sense.
Makes sense.
Thank you.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Good. Any other questions? And I mean, you can of course keep in touch throughout the whole thing, but.
Okay. So is this, you said that it doesn't have to be 28 days consistently. It's 28 days worth of cards, but is it in a certain order?
Yes. So, the reason that I created it was because for 20 years, I've been studying behavior as a strategist. And when the pandemic hit, I was trying to recommend, like a lot of people in my life were melting down, breaking down. And I was recommending books, programs, seminars, podcasts. And I realized that one, I had a lot of tools that my community didn't have. And two, that when people are overwhelmed and you recommend a book, a program, a seminar, that also occurs as overwhelming. And I totally get it. It's like if you're drowning, that's a tough time to learn how to swim. So, and then the box is not just built for if you're in a bad situation. It's also just to heighten your self-awareness, discovery. But it is created in a certain order so that you begin with sort of the basic concepts before you dive deeper. and it builds off of itself. So something you might learn in day one, you're going to keep building on it and it'll be referenced later.
Okay.
So you have 28 days. You can do them in a row. You can do them every weekend, however you want to do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sure. Well, thank you so much for chatting with me today.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
sharing with us and allowing us to chat with you today.
Of course. And I'll talk to you this weekend on Clubhouse.
Okay,
Yes.
great. Yeah, we're excited about that.
Yeah, me too. Okay, bye, Laughing Lovebugs.
Bye-bye.
Bye.